Ugh, bad nap. Why?
Probably because it's not really a nap if you, pass out.
Oh, right. That is what happened, wasn't it?
Yes.
Just a little bit.
I've never really used every spell slot in rapid succession before. That was new.
Well, now you know.
Yeah. Next time, bring a pillow.
Next time, lean on Artie so he can grab you before you collapse.
Okay.
I don't know, I still grabbed her.
That's true, you did. You were very quick.
Thanks, bud.
It wasn't hard to see that coming, to be honest.
Okay.
You want something to eat?
Yeah, I'm fucking starving, actually. Do you think they have something that's not a soup?
They brought tea and sandwich.
They brought sandwiches earlier. Let me go grab one for you.
They brought in some simple fare. It was just bread, but you can guess that there's probably food stalls and even restaurants close to this building, just because
people are visiting their relatives
at hospitals need food.
I'll go grab something.
Well, hospitals usually have canteens or cafeterias or something too, because they gotta feed the people that are there.
Some hospitals do, but this one has very plain fare. So you can go get more bread and maybe a little bit of fairly low quality cheese, perhaps. But if you want real food, you're gonna have to go find some.
This hospital's very underfunded.
I'll go out to the street fair and find something that you can eat with either some good fish or some veggies. What kind of thing would you prefer?
I don't give a fuck.
She gives a thumbs up and then hops out and wanders out to the street.
All right, tell me what low quality food you find, and then knock a silver off your sheet.
Okay. Oh my God, there's falafel.
Yes.
And it's the falafel that's sitting on the bed of cabbage and then covered with some kind of sauce.
Yeah.
Unknowable sauce. Wynn finds that. Let me knock a thing off my sheet. Scroll up.
Remember, a silver, not a platinum.
Yeah, I know. I'm going down to the Silverland. Bam! Wow. That really ate into my supplies. And then she goes trotting back to the hospital with the food. Also just a pile of pita.
Hell yes.
So she comes back in and she goes, we've got ourselves some bean spheres. Bean spheres with some kind of sauce and bread. She hands this over to Jill.
She will look at it kind of quizzically, take an experimental bite, and it's oh, I think there's a grain in this holding this thing together.
Ooh.
Takes another bite. Holy shit.
I asked if they were vegetarian, and they nodded several times, and then said, beans.
Fuck yes, this is actually amazing. Holy shit.
Perfect.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I feel way more humanoid now.
Sometimes that's what it takes.
Yeah. Okay. Alright, so it's what did you say? It's 5? 5:30? 5:30? 5:45? 5-ish? Evening? We're getting into evening?
Approximately 5 p.m.
Yeah, she's asking the
But
others.
you
We're
can-
what? Getting into
okay.
evening?
Yeah, we're getting into evening. It is actually about dinner time.
Okay. Oh, fuck, I can't do anything else until tomorrow, I guess.
Honestly, you've cleared out, I would say, a good half of the hospital.
I mean, we did that, to be clear.
That's not mostly you, but I did do some things.
Yeah, you that's 25 people. That's you got 24 folks there. That's pretty fucking good.
We did good.
We did good.
You did good.
And Audie, you were wonderful.
Now, you passed out water.
Yes. She hops up, pours Jill some water, and offers it over to her.
Oh, yeah, thanks. Goddess, I can't get anything until basically tomorrow morning. I can't get any of my spells back. It's day 8, we've got day 9 and day 10, so I guess we're gonna make it just under the radar, just squeak by on this.
And then it will be time for a party.
What? What party?
Didn't Max tell you?
No.
Oh.
What was he supposed to tell me about?
In 3 days, you are invited to a tea party at the castle by Her Majesty.
A tea party?
Yes.
A tea party like the thing little girls throw with frogs.
Noble tea parties tend to be a bit fancier than that.
When do you reckon you'd still have the invitation
You handed it to Lachlan.
on your person?
Yeah, Wynn handed it to Lachlan.
Okay, so Lachlan was supposed to give it to her, not Max. Max has no idea.
I mean, Max might have been in the room or something. I don't remember when he left.
I can't remember either. But yes, you have to go to a tea party. It's normally you have to dress in a very fancy gown. I don't know if it's just going to be her, if it's going to be her and a bunch of other nobles, but you have to look really fancy and then sit and talk
with the Dowager Empress?
Yes.
Real quick, Mac, do you think Wynn would remember from this morning that it's called a salon, or is she, like, deliberately saying tea party?
She's more deliberately saying tea party because she doesn't think that Jill would necessarily think salon equals fancy drinks with fancy people around.
Sure.
The Dowager Empress. Fuck. In 3 days. 3 days from now?
3 days.
Okay, so today, tomorrow, we have 2 people, and then we get the last 2. And then we basically just clear out whoever else is in the hospital.
Probably clear all of them out, honestly, tomorrow, unless more show up.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. Oh, I really wish this wasn't just right up to the wire. I really hate that this is like day 8, 9, and 10 out of 10. And then she, like, looks at Wynn, remembers getting yelled at yesterday, and, like, clamps her mouth shut.
Wynn smiles.
Or, no, getting yelled at this morning.
This morning. It feels like yesterday after a long nap,
yeah,
though.
My sense of time is all fucked up. I had bad nap.
What year is this?
I should probably talk to Varos before we go anywhere, though.
Sounds fine.
Because there's literally nothing else I can do here for another 12 hours, at least.
For him, he's pretty sure you're going to change the world, and,
What?
You've,
I'm literally just...
done a lot already.
I'm literally...
Jill. What did I say earlier? Jill, what did I say earlier?
Okay, when I'm just being realistic here. Being in town for a month does not create enough time to, and she makes massive air quotes, change the world.
I don't know, this world kind of sucks.
Yeah,
Pretty sure we could change it pretty easily.
I'm pretty sure we could change it in a month.
I'm just saying, distributing some heals is not on that kind of scale.
You're not just doing some heals.
That's kind of what I just did today.
No, you brought 2 people back from the dead, who everybody thought were permanently dead.
Okay, yeah,
that is a big change.
That is
already.
Okay. That is some high level magic. Okay, but that's still something that any cleric who is at my level can do.
And how many of them are at your level?
I mean, no one on this fucking planet, but that's not...
No one on this planet, no one back home.
Okay, 2 planets, but...
No one in a lot of the places out there, because 2 planets can tend to represent a greater whole.
Okay, 2 planets does not a pattern make. And I would really...
I will say simply that I think it is more likely that there are fewer clerics of your level out there than there are that. And then that said, we have that group of clerics, and I would say half of them, maybe, that's very generous of me, would be willing to raise people from the dead, while the other half are more likely to be like, oh, hell yeah, raise them from the dead to be my undead army as I support the worm.
Oh, and like none of them would do it for free.
Agreed.
I think when you start talking about there not being that many people in wild space capable of doing what Jill's doing, I think she starts to look a little freaked out and will try to hide that.
But it's terrible at deception.
All right, then make a deception check. Win and or Arturos, if you want to try and notice,
Sure.
wisdom save to contest
Always.
that, please.
Watch Jill's gonna nat 20 on deception. Oh no, never mind.
I got a 14.
Win also got a 14.
Already got a 21.
You did a wisdom saving.
Cool.
Oh, you got. Oh, I see. I was rolling deception. You guys were right. Okay.
Fantastic. So, Jill, you're fooling nobody.
I mean, she doesn't necessarily know that. She's just looking really uncomfortable.
Win apparently just kind of lifts her eyebrows towards Jill and then rises up to go stick her head outside and look around for Varas.
All right. You step out again into the hospital. You saw Varas when you went out to get food. You saw him down the hall, so you check the room you saw him in. He's there, stepping away from a patient he was treating, and then turns and faces you and says, "Ah, Miss Wynne,
Hello.
how are you?"
I'm good. Jill's awake and would like to speak with you.
"Of course. I will be right there."
Thank you. Take your time. She's eating.
He quickly writes something down on a notepad, and just a few, as you step out, he's writing something down. And by the time you make it back to your room, only like 2 minutes pass, and then he joins you in the staff room.
When Wynn left, Artie turned to Jill and just went, "Yeah, kinda sucks having so much power all of a sudden, huh?"
It's fine. It's fine.
Mm-hmm. Bread? And he just, like, offers a piece of bread.
Yeah. Thanks.
No problem.
A moment later, Wynne returns, and then a couple minutes afterwards, Varas comes in, raps on the door, and he says, "Your Highness, sir," to Jill and Arturos. And Artie, if you do respond to Your Highness, I think he says "sir" quickly enough that you're able to save it socially.
Artie was definitely, like, just nodding,
Yeah.
but with a piece of bread in his mouth.
Yes, he's an anime girl with toast. Can't be late for his first day of school.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry. Damn, I got distracted. So he says, "How are you feeling, Your Highness?"
Fine. I'm good. I actually wanted to ask you something. Are you busy right now?
I always have time for you, Your Highness.
Okay, but actually though, are you actually busy right now?
He gives a small smile and says, "Yes.
Yes, you're busy?
I have time for you, Princess Jylliana."
Okay. Then so the note that you sent, that said that you're the high priest of the clinging, and I don't think I knew that.
"Yes, Your Highness. I am the High Priest of the Clinging. I was once the head doctor, but am no longer."
Okay. And are you can you tell me a little about the clinging then? That's the god of healing?
"Of course, Your Highness. The Clinging is the god of survival.
Huh.
Usually the god of called upon by medics on the battlefield. I understand that Your Highness comes from a world where gods are a little less," he looks around for a word, "militant? This god is about saving lives rather than healing wounds, if that makes sense."
Okay. Is there a shrine to the clinging in the building? Is this would this be considered a place of worship, if you will, for that god?
Indeed, we have a shrine upstairs and a consecration so that every healing performed here is considered an act of worship.
Ah, crap. Okay. Then, and she will just sort of put her hands on her knees, stand up, and then she is actually going to get back down on her knees, sit down on her knees in front of Varas, hands on her thighs, and bow her head, very much in the same kind of position that she's usually in when she prays to Ethla. And she's like, "I owe you such an apology."
Varas looks shocked at Jylliana kneeling down, and he stoops to help her up, and he says, No, Your Highness, please don't apologize.
No,
There's
no,
nothing to be
I
sorry for.
No, honestly, there is. I am so I marched directly into the to a place of worship of another deity and started bossing around a high priest of said deity and acted as though I had jurisdiction here. I didn't. I marched into your jurisdiction, into your territory, and from one cleric to another. Honestly, if the Mother Superior knew that I had acted with as much rudeness as I have, she would tan my hide. So I have acted with just a tremendous amount of foolishness, and I apologize to you, and I should probably go apologize to the clinging as well.
Varas, who has creakily gotten down on his knees in front of you, so that the two of you are facing each other, cleric to cleric, he takes your hands in his, and he says, Oh no, dear child, please, don't. You have nothing to be sorry for. You came in here with good intentions, and you put in a lot of work to help a lot of people. Many people survived today because of you. It doesn't matter how it's done. What matters is that it was done, and people are better off for it. That is not something to apologize for. Please, I beg of you, stand up.
She'll get up, but she will only do it so that she can help the older person up.
Yeah, he tries to help you up, but because you're young and spry, your knees are brand new compared to his.
Yeah.
You just get straight up and then help him. And he says, Your Highness, I don't know what your gods are like, but here, where life is a battlefield, we take what help we can get where we can get it.
She tilts her head. That really doesn't match the... How do I put this delicately?
I'm an old man. Very little you can say would offend me.
The culture I have encountered thus far is very proud, and I would have to assume that gods here would follow suit.
He smirks and says, You didn't hear it from me, but most gods do. However, when you're crawling through the mud, bleeding out from a gaping wound, pride is the last thing on your mind.
All the same, I think I'd like to go pay my respects at the shrine, if you'd be willing to give me directions.
I will take you there myself. And he turns to Arturos and Wynn and says, Would you two like to come as well?
Sure.
If
If nothing else, it'll be educational, Artie.
Jill, do you want...
Do you want to light some incense and be polite? You can also hang out here. It's no skin off of anybody's nose.
Sure? I don't know. Seems fine. Okay.
So Varas leads you out through the door of the staff room, around a few corners, and up some stairs. Eventually, he brings you up to an open roof. Now, this building it's made of these orangey red stones with, all held down with mortar. Atop this building are a few plants that have been placed in stone pots, and then a sort of shade cloth, a brightly coloured shade cloth. We'll say this one's green, has been suspended over the top of this area. So you've got about a 30-foot by 30-foot rooftop area. And across from the stairs you come up out of, there is a shrine. As you approach, the shrine is about 5 foot tall and 5 foot wide. And it's been carved to look like a throng of people crawling on the ground, all of them reaching towards a rope that is dangling down. So all these people are grabbing on and being pulled out of this pile. Does that image make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
It's made of the same red stone that the building has been made out of. Incidentally, because this building is made of bricks, you can tell it was built after the razing of the city.
Varos, are there any particular offerings that the clinging prefers?
Varas goes to a small box you realize is beside the shrine, and he opens it up and he pulls out a few lengths of string. And he says, "So you kneel before the altar, and I'll set this string alight, and you will hold it until it's just about to burn your fingers. Then drop it in the bowl in front of the altar."
Thank you.
Each is very short. It's like 2 inches long. It'll
Okay.
only take a minute to burn, you reckon?
Okay. Then she will do that. She will follow his directions. She will sit in front of the shrine. Is it a sitting or a standing thing?
It looks like a kneeling thing.
Okay, yeah, she'll kneel in front of the shrine and follow his directions, and while it is burning, just take a few deep breaths. So when Jylliana basically paid her respects to Zeboim back on Taphos, she used sort of a modification of an Ethlin prayer because she was greeting another Tempest deity. She
Indeed.
didn't really introduce herself to Baphomet. Baphomet kind of introduced himself first. But I do think that Ethlins probably have some prayer or some kind of thing in their texts that is a greeting to another god at another shrine of worship. Something that is a,
Sure.
like, hello, greetings as a representative from another god.
Yeah, a way to be polite to the master of the house.
Exactly.
All right.
I am a visitor here. I am not permanent.
I am a visitor.
Do all three of you kneel at the same time, or do you kneel just one by one?
If the others even, do you guys do the little string thing, or?
Wynn will do it, but probably on her own,
Sure.
and kind of just goes into her meditation stance. She's more agnostic, not necessarily following any god, but knowing that the gods are out there.
Yeah.
She
There's
kind
a word
of
for it. I forget what it is, but there is a
Yeah.
specific word for that.
where she's polite. She follows through it, and she kind of enters her meditative stance while she does it. Before then, quietly rising up without necessarily like saying anything.
Okay. And Arturos.
Artie politely stands at the back of the room.
Okay, so you don't participate in the offering?
No.
Okay. In that case, Jill and Wynn, as you do so, a sensation comes over you. There is something standing between you and death. And sometimes that looks like life. Other times it looks like something else. And you don't know what that is, but whatever it is, you feel it now. Throughout your lives, you have faced death hundreds of times. But today you feel that barrier between you and the next life. And it is not something you can describe in words, but it's almost tangible. And as you gently drop your piece of string, your little piece of cord into the bowl, this burst of fire, small but noticeable, jets out of the bowl for a second, and then the ashes are gone. And you feel like whatever you've done, you have acknowledged that barrier between death and yourself. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Arturus, afraid, you don't feel that because you didn't do the ritual. But as you three are here, after you place it in the bowl and you stand up, Varas closes his eyes and raises his hand and says, "May the clinging hold you back from the space beyond." And you feel the effect of a bless spell. And this one is a little different. This one will last 24 hours until you consume it.
Nice.
Ooh.
So cool. You are all now blessed. You only get one use out of it, but it's fine.
Yeah.
That's all fine.
Jill inclines her head. Thank you, High Priest.
Thank you, Varas.
Varas inclines his head and says, "No, thank you for helping me, my people. I suppose your people now, princess."
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, thanks for that. Can I, there's actually something else I wanted to ask you about, but do you guys And she will turn back to Win and Artie. Do you guys mind if I talk to him a little alone, like cleric to cleric, for a minute?
Go for it. Artie, do you want to go see if we can find more of those bean balls?
Oh, I would love some more bean balls.
Let's go.
Hell
You want some more, Jill?
Yeah, sure.
She gives a thumbs up, and then they head back out to the food.
You think they make them sweet?
Oh, they might. We can at least see if we can find something sweet, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Win and Arturos, you find your way out onto the street and find some food and knock another silver off.
I'm gonna pay in 10 copper.
Of course. I mean, it's the sum is the same. It's fine. In the meantime, Jylliana, do you stay up on the roof with Varas?
Yeah, probably. If nothing else, it's a private location.
Sure. He will lead you over to a stone bench that's atop the roof
Okay.
and sit down. You're welcome to sit with him or stand, whatever you prefer.
Oh yeah, she won't stand over an old man. She will sit down. I was wondering, we didn't really get a chance to touch base about it before the hearing and everything, and I guess my crew being moved from the hospital. Was there any update on my helmsman, the half-orc? Was there any improvement or any change in his condition with his spellcasting?
We didn't test for that, Your Highness. Should we have? Is there something I need to know about?
Yes. When I told you while he was still out that there may be things that were worse off with him than helm sickness, because his druidic magic was plugged directly into the helm, like that was how his druid magic focuses. I mentioned that. And
you did, Your Highness, but it was a hectic time, and I wasn't sure what to make about it.
It's fine. It's just that when he woke up, he couldn't cast. Not even a cantrip.
He goes to say something, pauses, and then says, "It sounds like you've tested this thoroughly."
I didn't have time. I just asked him if he could cast cantrips when he woke up, and he couldn't. And I didn't know if you had done anything in the meantime to go over that with his vitals to make sure that everything is working correctly. And
I'm afraid not, Your Highness. We have no tests for things like that, and I don't think anyone on the case would have
just asked him to cast a cantrip.
No, I don't think so, Your Highness. Did your sorcerer have any trouble?
I don't think so, but she wasn't the pilot. She wasn't the pilot when that light thing came down and just knocked him out.
All right. That is concerning.
Have you ever had any cases of helm sickness where that's happened before?
Your Highness, I've never treated a case of helm sickness in my entire life.
Oh. Okay.
The Spelljammer ships that come through here usually prefer the wealthier wedges, like Lindsay and Pasa.
Okay. And she's like rubbing her temples. Can you direct me to where I can maybe do some reading on helm sickness cases? Is there... Already mentioned there was a library in here. Do you have something on that? Would I need to go to a larger library to find some medical records on helm sickness cases? Any studies done?
Allow me to extend some feelers, write some letters, and see if any of my peers know about helm sickness. If they do, or if they don't, I will contact you and let you know it as soon as possible.
Okay, thank you.
I'm afraid that's the best I can do for you right now, Your Highness.
It's fine.
How is your helmsman?
He's still weak. It seems like he's still experiencing a little bit of weakness in his limbs. I think his reflexes are still a little off, but I can't tell if that's just a general weakness in recovery or what. I've barely seen him since we left for the hearing, so I haven't really had a chance to, do a checkup or anything or put him through his paces. So I don't know what his condition is fully. I was hoping there would be some update.
I'm sure he's the responsibility of your former captain, anyway. Nothing you'd need to concern yourself with.
I mean, I'm kind of the ship's cleric, so, that's not like my official designation, but in terms of wearing many hats on a small ship, yeah, if anybody gets hurt, I'm the person that works on it.
Right, of course. My apologies. I didn't mean to dismiss your role.
Yeah, so he's kind of it's my crew, they're my responsibility.
Of course. Well, what tests have you run? What tests can you run?
I don't know. The most I can think is maybe just seeing if getting some bed rest has helped him improve any of his acuity, any of his magic. Cantrips are the best thing I've got. He only has a couple, and hypothetically, if he can do the kinds of things that he can do without spell slots, without needing to use up any magical reserves, then that would be some kind of sign of recovery towards him being able to use actual, first level magic. You have to understand, he should be a 6th level caster, same as me.
Varast nods solemnly. After a moment, he says, when you see him next, when you next treat him, have him perform a few cantrips, a few spells according to the best of his ability, record what happens, and bring it back to me when I call you with results on helm sickness.
Sure.
We'll compare notes, and maybe we can work out what's wrong.
Okay, if he's able to cast any cantrips at all, goddess.
That is still a result, which is a useful data point.
Right.
He sounds like a good friend of yours. It sounds like you truly care about his well-being. He's not just some hired crew.
There's only 10 of us. They're all my family. They're my crew. They're my people. And he's important.
Varast smiles and says, I can tell, Your Highness.
You understand. You of all people, you have to understand how terrifying that sounds, right? Just losing access to your magic.
Oh, of course.
To have, a part of your soul ripped out and not be able to put it back together. I don't. I can't imagine.
Me neither. That would be devastating.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess that's the most I can do right now.
Indeed.
Well, thanks for talking for us.
Of course. Anytime, my child. And he'll groan and get to his feet and says, we should head indoors. It's way too sunny out here. Too hot.
Yes, sir.
Oh my god.
When she's around old clerics, there's a certain amount of deference that is just built into her.
That's very cute. Do you work your way down through the hospital and go outside to try and find Win and Artie?
Yeah. So where you at?
Yeah. What does she find you two doing?
Win and Artie have just found a baklava stand.
Oh my god. Is that baklava?
As soon as she notices Jill, she goes, yes, there are 20 different flavors.
Oh my goddess.
Artie is sticky and covered in phyllo dough.
Try this one. It's covered with chocolate.
I didn't know they did chocolate on baklava.
I didn't know either. Try it.
Oh my goddess. Oh, this is amazing.
She turns to the baklava stand. She's like, do you do boxes?
Can I take your stand?
We'll take everything.
I'm Princess Jylliana, and this is my favorite baklava stand.
Oh my god.
We should take as much of this back to the group as possible.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we get a bunch of to-go boxes.
Yeah. Wynn's like, we'll
Very
take
good,
it all.
very good.
And they're like, that would be very expensive. And Wynn's like, we can afford it.
So you buy out the store and you have plenty of baklava to take home.
How much money?
I'm going to say it costs a blistering 5 silver.
I'm going to just hand them 50 silver.
You mean 5 gold?
Yeah, I'm going to hand them 5 gold.
The merchant accepts it and says, okay, let me just make change for you and put
No,
4 of the coins
That's for
down.
you.
Nope.
Bye. And she leaves.
Keep the change, thank you!
Keep the change. Bye.
I really needed this today, thank you.
The merchant looks very suspicious as if you're trying to pull something, but lets this happen.
I mean, it's off-world gold, but it's fine.
This is the princess. She points to Jill.
Don't joke about that.
I'm not joking.
Shut up. It's fine, thank you.
Wynn kind of turns her head and shakes her head and mouths, princess.
Okay. Do you want to head back to the hospital and find, your carriage?
Yeah, probably
Yeah.
best.
Cool. So you find your carriage, you mount up, and the people who brought you here, the guards, they seem to have been milling around the area. Just maybe one of them went off for a little while to a pub or something. But they've returned by this evening and are waiting around near the carriages. So they drive you home.
We do give them some baklava.
Yeah, she gives them one of the tiny boxes of baklava.
Okay, so the trip back takes 3 hours. So by the time you get home, it's nearly 9 p.m. It got dark about 2 hours ago. So you do head inside and you find Finn waiting, has been saving dinner for you, keeping it hot on the stove.
Wynn gestures into hand signals to say thank you, and then says dessert and offers a box to Finn, and then calls out to everybody else.
Sits down and has to figure out the finger sign, has to remember how to spell baklava to finger sign baklava.
And then calls out to the crew, we got treats!
Amazing. Finn takes the baklava, inspects it, sniffs it, breaks off a little bit, tastes it, looks at you and sort of squints thoughtfully, and then gives a nod of approval.
Oh, he likes it!
Break me off a piece of that baklava.
Fantastic. The tiny chef approves.
Tiny chef approves.
He is the tiniest little chef.
He's just a little guy.
When you get in, your crew who are staying there will greet you, anyone who's awake. I think Kara's gone to bed early. Veli isn't sleeping. They are in the parlor where you all found them before, the waiting room. At the opposite end from the fire, sitting in a dark corner, just reading. And Lachlan is in the parlor as well. And Jylliana, after he greets you with a hug and a kiss, he will give you the letter that Wynn gave him for you.
Oh, Wynn mentioned this. What is salon in this context?
Salon is basically a tea party. Says Wynn, as she's turning to Veli and going, are you just brooding in a dark corner while reading?
Veli says, yes, of course. Why would I be doing anything else?
You need a big hat. I need to get you a big hat. Can you grow yourself a big hat?
Veli reaches up and touches the top of their head, which is kind of spiky from the strands of, bush
Thorns.
coming out of it.
Yeah, they're kind of a rose bush.
Yeah, and they say, I think I would destroy a hat if I wore it.
I bet we could find you an undestroyable hat.
We need to get them a visor.
We do.
Veli says, a visor might work, but why would I want to protect myself from the sun?
That's not the point.
It's actually a really good point.
It is a good point, but it's also not necessarily the point of a hat. Some are just to make a statement. In this case, it would be, I am brooding. And you would only wear it while sitting in dark corners.
They cock their head at you and say, if you find such a hat, please let me know. I will at least try it.
Thank you.
Then they return to their book, which looks like a really, really bad romance novel. Like one of the really bad ones.
Like a Chuck Tingle in space.
Do people smell like nectarines? Or clementines?
Chuck Tingle doesn't write jokes, though. This one is like a legit bad one. Anyway, it's getting pretty late. Do any of you have anything you want to do before bed?
Nah. Wen kind of drifts around and makes sure everybody gets their baklava. Kind of quietly uses her stealth to open up some rooms to put the baklava down by the door and those who've already gone to bed. And then she'll drift to her room and meditate and read.
As you go around dropping baklava off, you realize Finn is chasing you around and he signs at you, "Do you want ants? Because that's how you get ants." Jemjammer is performed by Annie Creighton, Anna Emmeline, Rio Rios, and Mackenzie Weaver, and is edited by Jake Mason. Our cover art is by Canary Witch, who can be found at canarywitch.carrd.co, and our character design is by Rio Rios, who can be found at rios.com. Our opening and closing music is by Saad Akhtar Ali. For bonus content, such as Jylliana's private diary, behind-the-scenes homebrew stuff, and other features from our other shows, I Will Fight You and Date Me Dammit, our Patreon has it all from only $1 a month at patreon.com/thejemjam. Thank you so very much for listening. Stay safe out there, and we'll catch you next time. Apologies, there's a car revving in the background. You guys stop fucking hooning up the road?